Well, hello YouTube, this is Retta. I'm going to go through some books that I'm reading in 2017. They're on my list, and it usually adds, but this is some of these books I had a while and I haven't had a chance to read, because when I read a book, I don't only just read. The Virgo in me, I write things down. I have so many different like journal books all through the house because I write things down, and I highlight everything. So these are some of the books that I'm reading or enjoying, and they're on a whole different thing. So for the first fun topics, I love urban fiction, paranormal urban fiction. So I love like books about like vampires and witches and this and that. Those are fun reads, and I have a I'm on Goodreads, so if anybody else is on Goodreads, come look me up. I'm on Goodreads at Red Aware, and I have a goal of 150 books this year, so we'll see. But right now, here's my Kindle, and in my Kindle, I am presently reading a series called The Storm Chronicles, which I give it about, I rate the books between 3 and 4. You know, they're not the greatest, but they're good enough to keep me interested. So far, I think this series had 8 books, and I'm on 6. So as my fun read, I'm reading The Storm Chronicles, and she is, what is she? She's half vampire, half human, and she's like a police officer. So it's an interesting story. So I've been reading that, and another, I have a whole bunch. Let me see my library. I'm still reading, I've read a lot of books so far. I'm still reading, here we go. The Seventh Planet, Mercury Rising by Gerald Clark. I'm still reading that. I find it fascinating. Like I talk about all the time, I come from, you know, kind of conspiracy, alternative view background. So the Seventh Planet, Mercury Rising, it's really good. It's a different take on, you know, Enki, Enlil. If you ever read The Lost Book of Enki by Zach, or The Ninth Planet by Zachary Stitchin. This is in there too, and it's, you know, talking about Enlil and the different names that Enlil had, also the different names that Enki and some of their family members, their children, and how America was formed, and how even in the Washington Monument, they have a picture of Poseidon, who is also Enki, and his son, which is Mercury, given money. So they're saying that, you know, there's the thought that they helped create America. So it's just a different view. So I'm reading The Seventh Planet, Mercury Rising. I'm also reading, so this is another fun, is Blood Magic. I started reading this. I got it on sale at some, it's got different reviews out there. It's an urban fiction. So we'll see how this one is. I started reading. Some reviews were, it was good. Some were like, oh, it's not. So I'm going to give it a chance. It was on sale at the bookstore, at the local bookstore, so I bought it. So this is Blood Magic by Tessa Gratton. Okay, any other little fun books? I don't think so. Well, I'm also reading Atlantis Rising by Patricia Corey. This has been on my to read list like for 6 years. This was the only book, I had all her books. Patricia Corey, I also have her tarot deck. She does the Sirian Starseed. I did an interview with her years ago, and she was a wonderful woman. I missed, we were supposed to meet up in New York City to have tea when she came, and I missed that. But she has a fiction book on the dolphins, which was great, but her team was awesome because I looked everywhere. I had all her books and I couldn't get this book. And her team sent me this book so I can complete my collection and read it. And I haven't had a chance to read it. So this is Atlantis Rising by Patricia Corey, and it's the struggle of darkness and light. And it's what this book is, as we know, it says in this controversial book, clairvoyant Patricia Corey provides insights into the lost culture of Atlantis as both a highly developed civilization and parallel to our current world situation. Earth changes, extraterrestrial phenomena, and secret government conspiracies. So this I need to finish reading. So I have that book. Also, I had this book, 365 Tarot Spells. It just intrigued me. So, as you see, it's like a year worth. So let's say, what's the date? The date is what? We'll see how this goes. Today is what, the 7th or 8th? I don't know. So let's just say it's the 7th. So the 7th is a weight loss spell. So you would need, this is just the sun, the tarot card, the sun, the magician, the star, and an apple. And there's a, incantation. So there's a day, get a death spell. So you would need the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So this is interesting. So it's a 365-day spell, tarot spell. So I'm interested in that. Let's see what else. This one I bought used. I have the deck, the Hindle Tarot, and it's such a different deck. And I love Rachel Pollack. She has one of my favorite books on tarot, the 78 Degrees. I love Rachel Pollack's interpretation on tarot. So I have the Hindle. This is the Major Arcana. So I want to get the Minor Arcana. So I had to buy this used, but I can't wait to delve into that. Also, Robert Place, the Alchemy and the Tarot. So the Guide to the Alchemical Tarot. I was part of the Catherine Wynn's. She had a tarot course, and it was pretty pricey. It was very knowledgeable. I have nothing against Katrina Wynn. She's awesome. It's just that when I'm one of them people that I have to read and do things at my own time, I don't like to be on somebody else's schedule. So I really couldn't complete the course. And I tried twice. And Katrina was awesome trying to get me to do it twice. But I don't like to just read a couple of paragraphs. I don't like to skim. When I read, I get into it. I chart things down. I mark things. I really, look up other things. So it takes me a while. So it's hard for me to do a course like that. And she's certified in everybody. So if you're interested in doing Katrina Wynn's course, I completely, give you, it's an awesome course. She's right there. She answers your questions, whatever. It's just for me, I'm just a person that can't do it. So this is one of the books. I also have had the deck, but in her course, it's a requirement to read this book and the tarot and have the tarot deck. But I've had the deck and this book, but I still haven't read it. So I really want to get into reading this book. So that was the okay. I'm gonna read The Art of Hoodoo Candle Magic. I love candle magic, and this is just a different take on it, and different things. So like a moving candle spells, things like that. So I really want to look into this. And here's another one I'm looking to. Paper in My Shoe by Catherine Yarnwood. And Name Papers, Petition Papers, Private Prayer Papers, and the Hoodoo Rootwork Tradition. So I'm also reading this. It's Learn How to Craft Spiritual Name Paper Links to Distant People. So I'm going to employ that. Also, Chris Thomas. I love Chris Thomas. I think he's sick. He's also from like the alternative world, and it's Planet Earth, the Universe Experience. I've had all his books too. This is the one that I didn't get to finish reading, so I plan on finish reading. So it's the Planet Earth, the Universe Experiment, and it's who we are, where do we come from, what is our purpose, and where did we go wrong. Humans are not of Earth, but have arrived on this planet to explore. So I really do like Chris Thomas' take on things, so I'm going to read that. Also, this is The Complete Book of Tarot Spreads, which is funny because I don't really do spreads, but I always like to learn. Even though I don't really use spreads, I kind of like, I read very intuitive, so I just, you know, I start maybe with the spread or somewhat that looks like a spread, and I kind of branch off and do my own thing. So, but I still like to learn things. So I have like 12 different spread books, and I also have decks for spreads and this and that, and I really don't use spreads, but you know, sometimes I like to try things. So maybe throughout this year I'll pick a spread in this book or one of the books and just do it here on YouTube and see how it turns out. But so that's what I'm going to read to. Look at the Road of the Solution, setting a goal. So there's that. Let's see, 10 minutes. I'm trying to see, you know, I'm going to do a part 2. So this was part 1. I'll see you in a few.